Bye, guys. Dave. I am.
Peekaboo.
Thank you, Richard. John should be here shortly. You guys, he did message me say he was coming soon, so do not fret. He will be here. For now, you have the listen, 801. Listen, I can be a minute late. There you go. Apparently, so can John. We can
What's
both
up, guys? So I'm late.
What up, John?
Hey.
What we just started. I forgot to hit go live, so we were late. Anyway.
Yeah, you ain't missing anything. Like we just
I've done that plenty of times. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on. So you guys, Julian, thank you. Julian's always here as my co-host. Dave and I were live last night on the homeschooling picker till like midnight because she decided she wanted to go live and bring us. And John has not been on before, so I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, it's my first time. Long overdue.
It is, yeah. I'm glad you finally are on, for sure. I appreciate you coming on. Dave's been on, I think, like 3 times in 4 weeks, I feel like now. Dave.
Yes, it seems like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
She hit me in the back like, come on, you doing anything? Come on. I'm like, I ain't doing nothing. Let's do it.
You're not sleeping, right? I watched the video today.
Not at all. Not at all, man. Kids, man, they school, they slowly but surely, with the kind of creeping in back into kids' sports and stuff like that. So both of my boys, they full steam ahead, man. And that's all I'm really doing. That's a full-time job right now, to tell you the truth. Just messing with them alone. So
how do you juggle all their like practices and games and everything with your work? Because I know your work schedule is crazy.
Wife, man, wife been. If it wasn't for her, they probably wouldn't get to a lot of practice. Tell you the truth, but she's a big sports fan, so she loves basketball, she loves soccer, and that's both of my boys playing right now. So she likes the sport, so she don't mind taking them. So that's a good thing.
So are they playing both at the same time? Both seasons run together, Dave?
My son, my 7-year-old is, my 11-year-old, he's just playing strictly basketball. And then my oldest, my 18-year-old, play football and basketball. But right now he's not doing anything, of course. He's a high schooler. He's about to graduate. So it's just my younger kids right now.
Don, do your kids play sports?
No. My son's 2. My daughter's 5. Hopefully they get into sports, when they get a little bit older.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I put Dalton, and Dalton is 2. I put him in soccer last year. It was a catastrophe.
They don't know what they're doing at that age.
Nah.
It was like 2 to 3-year-olds. No, some of them kids were all about it. He was like, the families would bring like dogs, and he was more concerned about the dogs that were on the sidelines, and I couldn't even get him on the field. I'm like, okay, maybe at 3 we'll try, because he doesn't go to daycare. So I was like, you need some socialization, with other kids. And they used to have
about right. That sounds about like a 2-year-old, That's usually what they
like,
do.
oh, a puppy. Like, but no, some of them kids were kicking butt. I was like, it was crazy.
I'm gonna tell you, that's what my son's soccer coach, he didn't start soccer till he was 6. And a lot of them started 2 years old. And he says like, that's usually when you get soccer players out there, because if you get them out there too late, they be like, oh, you waited too late. Don't worry about them. Where he's at now is very competitive. So that's how they are there. Yeah. So.
I started playing soccer at 5. And when I played soccer, I was the only girl. They didn't have like girls teams and boys teams. I was like the only girl on an all boys soccer team. And so I had to play rough. But it didn't come along like even like it wasn't even really co-ed then. Like it was like boys teams, but like I guess they had to let us play.
Yeah, back in the day when a lot of co-ed.
Yeah, there were no like girl soccer at all when I was doing it. Hello, Deb.
A lot of people in the crowd. What's going on, Kevin?
Ms.
Tennessee.
Gloria has a question for John.
Yeah, asking if I just worked on that stuff. Yeah, matter of fact, I went today to get the rest of it because I could not fit it all on a carload. So it was like a whole other carload of stuff today. Not as much like action figures or anything, but yeah, I've started to listen it. I've maybe listed 15 or 20 things from it, I think.
I was telling Dave and Julian, I don't know if you saw, John, I got a new 12 by 40 shed, and I'm trying to move.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, but like half of my so I started moving shipping supplies out to the shed, but I don't have a computer to like move my Dymo out there to print labels. So I have a computer ordered. So it's like half of it's in the house still, half of it's in the shed. And the same with my light. I record some in the shed, but I only have one light. So I'm like, okay, I gotta go get this from here. And all my it's for my unlisted inventory. I already have 2 big sheds for listed, but I have nothing to list with out there. Like I have no lights, no like little light box, and I'm doing absolutely nothing.
John, she got what, 4 sheds? You say 4 sheds, man.
4 now. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I have 11 acres, so I can make
you got plenty of yard.
You get at least 14 sheds.
I thought you just need to build a big house. I mean, a big business.
I don't want those. That's why I bought the 12 by 40. I'm hoping this is like the last one. And there's plenty of room in my listed inventory sheds. I just haven't been listing stuff.
Yeah.
Siggy wants to know, John, when you ship a comic book, do you use the envelope setting or package setting?
I'm not really. I've honestly only shipped maybe like 1 or 2 comic books over the years. I need to like relearn all this stuff.
Have you tried that envelope setting? Ain't that like a baseball card and stuff like that? Is that what that is?
I think it's mostly for cards. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I figured.
But I think I heard there's no you don't get like the protection. Like you're not gonna have an insurance, so I wouldn't ship like an expensive card that way.
No.
Yeah, I heard Lonnie overheard him saying he only does like 20 and under type cards. You know.
Yeah,
I think that's how it's set up too. Mm-hmm. Like anything over $20, you're not supposed to do it.
Yeah, Brad sold a $200 Pokemon card.
Oh my god!
Last week, and he's got another one listed for $250. So those though he like packages like they're in their card protector, and then he puts cardboard, and then he bubble wraps it, and it's just like I'm glad he's getting interested in something, like because he doesn't like my kind of stuff, but now he's like listing some of that. Does anyone buy storage auctions? If so, what do you do with non-sports trading cards?
Burn them.
I saw on Instagram somebody sold a Mark Paul Gosselaar card, like Saved by the Bell, for like $40 or $50. I've
no
never
kidding.
seen
Don't
a
burn
Mark
that
Paul
one.
Gosselaar card.
Yeah, right.
But
I mean, just like you do with anything that I don't know, sometimes I lie it all together and just do an auction and see what happens, because I don't want to look all that crap up, you know.
Yeah, good way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, because you
Julian,
get a bunch of cards.
you buy storage auctions, but you haven't gotten like any cards in yours, have you?
Mm-hmm. No. If I did, I would probably do that. I would like lot them up in big lots, unless one like caught my eye. But
yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to do.
It's a lot of looking up.
Cameron, thank you. I will give you your dolphin. If the dolphins get too crazy, I will group the dolphins.
You have a pot of dolphins go off.
There you go.
Super chat.
Thank you, Cameron. I appreciate it.
And I've never, I just think that just be too much that I probably wouldn't want them to deal with. You know, usually when you do that, you find something that you have to deal with, throwing a bunch of it away, or, it just be a lot to sit around, just be a lot to go through, I think, you know.
You bought those 3 big, like lockers, right, John? Was that an auction, or you just bought that from somebody, right? Like directly?
Yeah, I just bought it from somebody. Yeah, they reached out to me, and it was a viewer that knew the guy. And so then I messaged him and went and looked at all of them. But yeah, I just bought it straight up. Wasn't an auction or anything.
Have you got it down? I know you were like consolidating it. So is it gone, or what is it down to?
Yeah, it's totally gone. It took me, I think, like 5 months to like totally get rid of everything.
Which that's not bad. That was a lot of stuff. They were like,
yeah, it was so much work. It was a lot of work, honestly. Like, because I bought it in like April, and that was shortly after the pandemic hit, so there really weren't any garage sales. But like, normally, if there were garage sales, I don't think I would have done it.
Not really.
Yeah, because it took so much time to do it.
Yeah, like you got to go through it, figure out what's worth it, what's not, and then you have to dispose of it if it's like trash.
All that was sellable for the most part, though. I mean, you have some people come buy stuff. You put something
Yeah, like
in
I was
and-
just trying to sell stuff in bulk, like give people deals, like just move it out. I wasn't trying to, squeeze every last penny out of that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people, even me, you get a lot of stuff and you be like, oh, this is a lot of money. You probably do better just by lotting it up and getting rid of it. But sometimes you spend too much time trying to do one at a time. And
you always got to figure like how much is your time worth,
Right.
and will you be able to get more stuff? You know what I mean? Like I'm drowning in inventory right now, and I've got some people that just buy from me in bulk, like local resellers that are friends. Like, come over, fill your car, I'll make a deal. Like I can't list all of this stuff; it's got to go somewhere. So
right.
just flip
And
it.
is some of that stuff you're getting like from connections made like via YouTube? You're buying big lots because of like just who you know?
Yeah, absolutely. YouTube has been amazing with how many people have reached out to sell stuff. Like I've got 4 or 5 people I buy from on a regular basis that have found me through YouTube. It's pretty awesome.
That's awesome. Mixed Trends, thank you for the super chat. Wants to know, do you guys promote all of your eBay listings? If so, at what percent? And do you see a difference in sales if you're promoting?
Me, it depends. I don't do a lot of promoting, but I have before.
I used to do it a pretty good bit, but it's been like over a year since I've done any promotions.
In the beginning, I promoted, and recently I have really not done it at all because the stuff I'm selling it's not really, there's not a lot of it out there, so I don't promote it.
And I am going to be the oddball out, and I promote everything. I promote it trending plus 4%.
Oh, wow.
Trending usually high.
Not always. So I was doing 10%, and what I like just flat across the board, I was like, I'll just do it all at 10% because I buy so low. Like I buy at like so much dollar stuff that flips into 20, 30, 40 that my line of thinking is that I'm okay to promote it. I don't mind that extra 10% if it's selling faster because it's promoted. But what I started to notice is a lot of it, like the trending rate was like 4%. And I'm like, why am I paying 10%? Like I'm doubling the promoted. So even trending plus 4, like probably over half the time is less than 10%. Like I'll end up at like 7.3, 8.3. So it's actually been cheaper for me to do trending plus 4 because I'm not, and I do cap it out at 12%. Like I'm not going to promote anything more than
go 50.
But the jewelry, when I did jewelry before, I had to go at 20% because there's all the like overseas jewelry sellers and you get lost in the mix with that. So jewelry, I promoted really high. But again, like I'm pennies in these big old jewelry lots. So what do I care if I pay an extra 20%?
Do you ever see, I know you say you promote everything. Do you see that a lot of your sales are not so with the promoted listing? Or I mean,
it was like 50-50. And then when I looked again, it was down, like it was actually up more like 75% promoted. Okay. So like I'm looking now, like both that I haven't shipped yet are promoted.
Mm-hmm.
But when I talked to Tommy about this, when I went down from 10% to 5%, I got like no sales. And I think it was like I cut it in half. Like I should have probably dropped 10% to 8 and then 8 to 6 because eBay kind of slapped my hand on that one. So they're like, like no sales. So yeah. So Roman, a lot of mine though, like I just got an offer. Like I have Nike shirts. Like I just bought 11 brand new Nike golf shirts. There are tons of Nike golf shirts that are listed. So if I want them to sell faster, I don't know. I could try not, but I'd probably get my hand slapped for a couple of months and get pushed down in the search by going from all promoted to nothing. Julian, did you notice the difference when you like shut everything off?
No, because I really never promoted that high. It was always at trending or below. I did that 2%, and then people were like, "That makes no sense to do 2% across the board." So I was like, "Well, I'm not going to promote at all." So it wasn't like I went from a big amount to a little amount. It was like less than trending down to nothing. And then I've got out of like, the stuff that I'm selling now, these golf clubs and fishing stuff. There's not a lot out there. There might be like right now, there's only a couple listed of these rods back here. And so and trending for Golf clubs is only 2%, so it's not like a huge. huge
okay.
thing. But no, I didn't see that.
Natural Endeavors wants to know how many items do we post a day?
I aim for 25, and I usually end up only doing 15 to 20 is like my average.
Today I did 3. I don't really have. I freestyle on my listing. So like yesterday I did 15. Today I did 3. But I was at practice all day with my kids. It just depends and what day it is. So tomorrow I'm off, so I know I do a whole lot more. So I balance. If I had an average, I say I probably do about 10 to 15 a day.
I do probably 20 to 30, but that's going to be like if it's a big sourcing day, I'm only doing like maybe 5 to 10. And then if it's a straight listing day, it could be 30 to 40.
But when I say I did 3, let me, before you start, because I already know you got to kill everybody.
I'm not done.
She's about to crush us.
But when I say I did 3, I had quantities of like 20 and 1. So I guess if you count everything, it was a lot. So
Dave's like, I did 50 listings.
He's like, wait.
2 items for 25.
It's quantity of 20 of one item.
Yeah,
But I listed 200 things today. No, I only listed 3 today, but 2 of them were Ethan Allen furniture at $500 a piece. That's where I'm saying I'm having a hard time because all my inventory's in the shed with no lights, no background, no way to list them. And then my photograph stuff's in here. So I'm having a hard time getting anything done because I don't have everything in one place right now. So hopefully the computer's supposed to be here Friday, and then we can move everything out to the shed and I can get back. So yeah, but I listed $1,200. They probably still beat me with all its camel stuff.
John, matter of fact, I was talking to John about this whole lot. I talked to John about this. You remember John?
He didn't want it. He was
John was like, no, we ain't gonna do it. John,
like,
I got too much stuff right now because I was gonna turn on to John because I didn't want it at first. And then he just kept going down, he kept going down with it. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna live a little and just go for it. So
yeah. You're welcome, Dave. I was doing you a favor. I knew if I said no that you would have to go get it.
Right, because it was close to John. I mean, it was right up the highway from John. It was far from me, so
where are you at on it, Dave? Like, where are you at making your money back?
I'm like at 5,500.
So you're close. You're already close to.
It's only been what,
I ain't even really touched it. It's been about 3.5 weeks, something like that.
Pretty good.
So, yeah, I'm at 50. I got a spreadsheet. I'm keeping track on how much I sold so far.
That's awesome.
So, but
okay, I'm gonna do the dolphin for Leroy, and then here is Dave. Let me do the dolphin, then I'll read Dave's. Leroy, thank you.
Super chat.
So Dave wants to know who's seeing that the stimulus hit. I will tell you, my sales have been down the last 2 days. Unfortunately, I'm like right at $200, and I normally do 250 to 300. So mine are down, but I also haven't been listing very much for almost a week, which makes a big difference. I've seen.
Somebody's stimmy hit today because this sold for me tonight. I don't know if that's showing up or not.
Whoa, $1,000?
Yeah. I just bought a bunch of hunting stuff like 2 weeks ago.
Is that a bow? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's nice.
Those right there. It's great.
I had like 30 some watchers. I'm like, somebody's got to pop on this thing.
Yeah, man. That's a good buy right there, man. I don't think I ever sold anything that high. That's crazy. Right there. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. But
I'll be sweating it until it gets delivered and feedback. He leaves feedback, trust me.
You can put that in a box this big with a bunch of bubble wrap on it.
I got a ton. I went and bought I found a bunch of boxes that I think will fit it because it's with the like bag and everything. It's huge. It's like 40 inches long and like probably 14, 16 inches wide. It's gonna be tricky, but yeah, I'll be packing it like crazy.
Wow, that's a good buy. Congratulations on that one.
Dana wants to know if you're gonna do another April Fool's video. Doesn't that defeat the purpose if he's telling you now, though?
He's talking about the My Little Pony video? I was serious, man. That wasn't a joke. I'm full brony, 100% all the way.
I remember that last year too.
I'll be out of town during April Fool's Day.
Oh, we already answered that one. Tommy wanted to know, John, why you're setting the bar so low.
Yeah, for 25 a day.
Yeah. That's a low bar, man.
I get distracted, man. I can't just sit. Like, if you guys watched me work, you just laugh. Like, I'll list 5 items and then I'll go pack, and then I'll come back and list 5 more, and then I'll clean up my warehouse a little bit, and then I'll go do something else, and then I'll go
That's me
source and come
too.
back.
I can't like sit there and go.
Yeah.
I have to do like one thing, and then I've started batch photographing though. I used to be like a take a picture list. Now I'll like take like 5 or 10 items, and then I can go lounge on the couch, watch TV while I'm listing them.
And John, you get up, you do 8, and then you done like for the day, like, right? It's like you kind of just
With my listings?
just with eBay period, or just reselling period. Yeah. Or do you just kind of?
No, when I get in the warehouse every day, I try to list either 5 or 10 to start the day every single time. That way,
okay.
if you know, I'll at least get those done, no matter what happens. If the day gets weird, you know, with kids, like, oh yeah, your son's sick, come pick him up, like that type of thing.
Okay.
So at least I get them knocked out, and then obviously I pack my orders, and then I try to go back to listing.
But you done at a certain time every day. Then you got.
Oh
like
yeah, I'm sorry.
Type.
You meant like 8 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I got to leave like I get in around 8 and I leave around 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. You leave it and go, right?
Yeah, and I don't do anything at home.
I feel that. That's the way.
Chris wants to know, since you had shed envy, do you have camper envy now?
Yeah, that camper is nice. For sure. I've been watching all the videos on the Getaway Gang. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I try to talk about why I showed my wife. I was like, one day this is it right here. This is what I want to do. I'm just letting you know we're gonna be going around. You like to travel? Let's do this. And she's like, I want to go to a resort. I don't want to drive around in that thing.
Just say you take it to a resort. Take
There you go.
Take it and park it outside.
Right. For sure. I tried to talk him into naming that channel Cajun Campers, and he didn't want to do it.
I remember that podcast y'all talking about.
I'm curious, everybody watching this, what's a better channel name? Cajun Campers or the Getaway Gang?
All right, guys.
The G's and the C's.
Yeah, the alliteration. Yeah, like
the double,
All right, Richard. Richard wants his dolphin. Here's your dolphin.
Super chat.
Is he asking us what our personality type is, or is he just making a statement?
I ordered the dolphin. I'm on it now.
Looks like a scoop.
I don't know.
My
glass is
half full, I guess.
I wouldn't say half, maybe like a quarter full.
I'm about a quarter also, but my cup is a little bigger than yours, I think.
Oh, here's your answers. This is what I'm asking all Cajun campers.
It's a good name.
I'm going to remind him of this next time we do a podcast. That
right,
they demand a name change.
Somebody said the Cajun Getaway Gang,
and we decided there's a better name for this.
Yeah.
Leroy said he wants to say thank you to you and your wife for being foster parents. He was a foster child growing up, so thank you.
Oh, thanks, Leroy.
Good stuff, Leroy.
Yeah, it's super rewarding for us. We've got 3 kids with us right now, and they're really good kiddos. They're on a visit with their mom right now. They should be back like any minute. So if it gets really loud all of a sudden, that's what that noise is.
The children have arrived. When I lived in Jacksonville in the Bay, that's a bigger city. I started going to classes, but I never finished. And I'm sure here they probably have them somewhere too. My 19-year-old stays here twice a month, and I've not made her. My husband keeps giving me crap because I won't make her like move her stuff out of the room. Because I'm like, no, she still comes, even though it's only 2 days a month.
Keep it the same for her.
That's
my 18-year-old, he's back and forth, but we already converted his room over. He just sleeps on the futon now when he comes over. You have no choice.
A group of kids.
I wonder what has Lonnie got any travel camper people coming over there in his channel saying anything? Because he started off with 83,000 subscribers.
Oh right, yeah. They're like, where did this guy come from?
Yeah, so
I'm sure he shook up the community quite a bit.
So
just like if a camping channel like all of a sudden was in the reselling space.
I haven't read any of his comments yet. I need to read some of his comments. They say, does anybody remember the Get Along Gang cartoon? I remember that cartoon. I don't think I watched that much.
I remember it.
I don't remember that.
Keith wants to know, is there any ephemera with the bourbon that you're drinking?
I don't have any with me. I sold some more today. That stuff did way better than I thought it would, and I was expecting to have to hang on to it for like a year, but I've sold through like 90% of it already.
I do great with ephemera, and I mean, some of it sits longer, but when you can get like a box full of papers for, $40, 50
Yep.
bucks, and then one of them sells for 10, 15, 20 bucks, and it's easy listing. That is
Yeah.
like the easiest thing you can list, front and
From
back.
Yeah.
Easy shipping, easy storing, everything about it is just awesome.
It's just
Yeah,
like I got 3. It's just like he's
love
hanging
it.
on patches right here.
Yeah,
They're
there's
so
patches, man. I saw your video of
So
you
crazy.
showing all those sales.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
those
and
things
he's
are like
getting
crazy.
high dollar for those
And I
patches.
still got like 800. I got 700. I got on the list right there. Yeah, I ain't buying nothing for a while. Y'all see, I haven't made
Yeah,
videos.
how many times have I heard that from you, Dave?
I promise, man.
That just means you're about to have a huge $10,000 buy next week.
I know. He's like, should I do this? And then the next thing I know, he's sending me a picture of him with the U-Haul. So
Yeah,
I did this.
you need to get you a little trailer, man.
Man, nah, I'm like, if I do, then I'll try to fill it up every time I go out.
It's better than paying U-Haul.
You right.
True.
$29, I think, a day. I have it for 2 days.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you gotta
like,
schedule it and do all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah,
Your
it's
time's
a lot of
more
bull
than
crap.
that. Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah, but
my
the
next
first
car is
quote-
gonna have towing capabilities. I'm gonna buy a trailer for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? You trying to hook it up?
Yeah, no doubt. Small time picker says Julian's quiet. I agree. Julian, what's on your mind, man?
I'm just sitting here listening. That's usually what I do. I just do this a lot.
Julian knows when I'm on my soapbox and everybody yells at me. He's like, it's okay. If he wants to say something, I promise he will
Oh
tell
yeah.
us. Shoe Bear wants to know, and thank you for the super chat, is one category store the best model?
I don't think there is necessarily a best model. There in reselling, there are a million different ways to make money, and they're all valid.
Yeah. And
So
I know some people like I watched like it was like a podcast type thing about a guy who sells ties, and he makes like $100,000 a year selling nothing but ties. And I'm
Wow.
like, I tried to sell like a tie, and I can't sell one. And this guy is selling like, he sells like 1,000, over 200 ties a day, I want to say.
Crazy.
So, I mean, if you can find enough of one item and know enough about it to be profitable, I don't think that would be a bad thing. But you'd need to be able to source a lot, especially if you're trying to make a decent income, a lot of whatever that one category is. And where I'm at, I can't do that. So I sell everything.
Where's that? Thrift Network. I agree. You need to click on that one so John can see it. Thrifting after work. Do you see that?
Hold on, I'm going.
He said, Dave, that new Tesla truck can tow a nice trailer. Facts.
I'm looking.
Oh man.
I think I saw it tow like an airplane.
No, I
Yeah.
see it.
I saw somebody sent me a link that they made a camper for that truck, and I just replied and I said, you'd think they would like try to focus on making a real truck that they can actually sell before they try to build a camper for it. Like, get real.
John's anti-Tesla, man.
I'm not anti-Tesla. I'm anti-Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's what I bet. Elon. Him and Lonnie, they go back and forth on that.
I think he's gonna his ego and everything is gonna get in the way of that company really going crazy. I don't know. I'll bite my tongue. I'll shut up.
Sometimes he shoots from the hip, though. I agree.
But yeah, like, this truck's been in production for how many years now? Like, what are they doing? They've got the money. All of you guys gave them millions of dollars. They've got it.
Yeah, the reservation was in
2019.
2019. Yeah, reservations was.
Crazy.
Roman wants to know, does it matter what time of the day I list on eBay? Does it affect how many people will see my items? And do I bump my listings without promoting?
If you're doing an auction, you need to do it at night. Sunday night is supposedly the best one, but I think just at night in general.
Yeah, if I do auctions, I end them on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night. So some of them I'll run a 5-day. Like if I list on Tuesday, I'll run 5 days to end on Saturday.
Yeah,
it depends on what day, but I always make sure and don't like end them at like 2 a.m. or 9 in the morning. And yeah, that's when it really matters. With the fixed price listings, I don't think it really matters.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I feel like with the pandemic, auctions in general, so like online auctions, like local online auctions, eBay, just all kinds of auctions have like skyrocketed. It's like a hobby for people now. It's entertainment because they're at home, they're going to bid and spend money.
Yeah.
It seems like auctions have just been going nuts. I've been doing a lot more auctions and they've gone really well for me.
Yeah.
Julian, you've been doing a lot of auctions. So what are you doing as far as your listing time for yours? Because you've been doing a lot.
Not gonna lie, I don't put that much thought into it. I like, if I know exactly what I'm doing with it, I'm like, all right, I'll set this as auction, but I don't set it. I'm pretty bad at that. But they do. I've had like the one book I did, that little hunting book. I thought if I did buy it now, that was like a $20 book. That thing shot up to like $77.
Oh wow.
So, but since we were on with Jocelyn, I was like, I'm gonna try the auction thing. And since then, I've been running like a ton, and it works out pretty good.
Do not start them all at $4, Julian.
No, I did take that away. Don't do that. Yeah.
Did one go at $4 or something? Or what happened?
She does everything at $4.
Yeah, she starts all of her everything. It could be a $500 item, and she starts at $4 auction.
$4 auction.
She will be on with us again next week for you guys. Crazy Lamp Lady will be on again next week with Misty.
She isn't on auction though. She does everything on auction though, right?
Everything. That's her business model.
Mm-hmm.
Rescue and Resell said, John, you are one of the reasons we decided to share our reselling life of 15 years. Thank you. And do you still have the Duff koozie?
First of all, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to go check out your channel. And yes, I do still have the Duff koozie.
They're amazing. They are always here and very.
I'm gonna have to send you
channel. I chat with them on Instagram a lot as well.
Yeah, Rescue and Resell. Yeah, I got a couple koozies over here, camel koozies and Winston koozies, all kind of koozies.
Kevin is braver than me. Look, Dave's like, forget John's koozie. I got
99 cents. I don't do a lot of auctions, like you said, unless it's something that I know is gonna pretty much hit. I don't do a lot of them, you know. So
I feel like you would do good by lotting up some of your stuff, like things that would maybe only sell for $10 or less. Like do lots and then auction them off. Like I've done really well with that. I just sold some action figures like Ninja Turtle and He-Man, and they did great.
Do you start at 99 cents, John, or where?
Every auction I started at 99 cents. I actually ran my own auction business for 4 years, and I could tell by the bidding patterns that you have to start everything at $1. In my opinion, anyway. It's just because you get so many more people in on it. You know,
they'll like bid momentum, and then they're like, "Oh, I gotta win that."
Well, yeah, they're invested. As soon as they place a bid, they're invested, and they might go higher. Like there's a psychology to it, I'm sure, but they might go higher than they normally would. So I'm willing to take that gamble because more often than not, it's going to pay off. I feel like.
Roman, do you do reserve? I don't ever do reserve prices on my auction.
I've never done reserve.
No.
I was
remember back in the day, they used to be able to, eBay was auction. There was a lot of reserves, but I don't see too many people doing that anymore.
I get so mad when there's a reserve on an auction, like if I'm bidding on it. So I'm like, I don't want to be that guy because I hate having it. And I just don't want to be that person doing it. I saw K&D Flips. I see you sent a super chat, but I cannot find it to click on it. Anita wants to know, how do you handle life interruptions?
I'm gonna let Dave do that one because he talked about that specifically in his video today.
Well, it's different for me because I do eBay part time. So, like for instance, I'm going to DR in 5 days. And Monday, I'm leaving to go to the Dominican Republic for 7 days. I'm just turning everything off. I mean, I'm not doing no handling time. I'm just shutting down everything and just going to have fun. When I come back, turn it back on. But I can do that. A lot of people might not be able to do that. So I would say it's a little different for me. If I have some type of interruption, I'll just shut everything down, handle it, and then come back, you know. And like I just had my father. I don't know. A lot of y'all know that he got attacked by 3 pit bulls back in January, and it messed him up pretty bad. And I've been taking care of him to this day. He's doing rehab. We had to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I gotta, pretty much feed him. He can almost eat. He drove for the first time the other day. It was slow, but he just wanted to see if he could do it. But so I'm going through that right now, and it just pockets. You just, if you listed 20 things, you might only be able to list 2. But you just have to slow it down, I guess.
Kind of forces you to like be better at time management and like really take advantage of what little like you said, like pockets of time that you have to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's awful that happened to him, man. How long are they thinking it's going to take him to rehab all the way?
Well, he's pretty much done with the surgeries and everything. Right now, he did a skin graft. Everything's good. He got most of the bandages off. He still got some on, but he can only close his hands to about here now,
Mm-hmm.
And they just got him doing rehab to try to get his movement back in his hand. So he's fine. He's high spirits. Everything's good with him, but he just rehab now. So he's pretty much, pretty much good for the most part. But it's and another thing, like I was saying in this past video, even with YouTube takes up a lot of time as far as editing videos and stuff like that. Believe you're doing eBay and you're doing YouTube channel, of course, and everybody on here knows. It takes up time, so you got to try to find ways of getting those videos out too. And I used to edit everything on my computer, but now that I'm always gone, I do it on my phone. Sometimes on the computer, but a lot of times on my phone. Because,
is it hard to do that on your phone? Because you're just doing it all with your finger, right? Like cutting and pasting.
Well, I got an Android. I got a stylus, so I can do it with my stylus.
Oh, okay.
But it's not hard. No, it's not hard at all, especially for our videos, because we only doing cut and paste for the most part a lot of the time. So it's not really hard. If you're doing something crazy, then I could see it could be kind of, but it's not too bad. It's not bad at all, really. You do it too, Kat.
That's the only way I only use my phone, and that's because a lot of it and my time ends up being at work, and downtime or my lunch hour, and I don't, I can't bring an editing program. I could get a laptop, but I like a good Windows laptop, and I'm not an Apple person. I do not know Apple. I'm always been Android on like Windows. So a good Windows laptop is not cheap, like to be able to run that software. Even like my computer's decent, and I tried a couple of times and it was so slow. Like it's faster and easier on my phone. And like you said, like maybe we're, popping up screenshots, but mostly it's like cutting and putting together segments there. It's not really heavy on the editing.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Mini Mimi wants to know what app. What are you using, Dave?
I use KineMaster.
I'm using KineMaster.
Okay, yeah.
I was using Adobe Premiere, and it kept freezing up on me, and I got frustrated with it. So I think KineMaster was the one I saw a lot.
I use Sony Vegas on my computer.
You're editing on the computer, right, Julian?
Yeah, I do everything on the computer with a free app or a free thing that's terrible. It like crashes about every 4 minutes.
Oh God.
That's why my videos are 9 minutes and 30 seconds long. I have to buy I should just go buy whatever, like a decent one, but for some reason I haven't.
Look at that. Commonwealth Flipper. Kevin, your multiple personalities are killing me. Commonwealth Kevin. I'm just gonna call him that. So, uses only his phone as well. Yeah.
I couldn't do it. That would be.
It's not hard though.
Yeah, I just don't like the small screen. I like having everything I can see.
Yeah.
Are you guys using computers, or are you using Mac?
I use a Mac.
I use the other computer. Not a Mac.
I use Lenovo. I don't do Apple either. Me and my father, we call it forbidden fruit. We don't do Apple at all. But
forbidden fruit.
Yeah. But I do Lenovo laptop, and it's pretty neat. I do everything on my laptop for the most part. I don't think I edit videos on my computer too, but when I'm at work, sometimes I'll pull out KineMaster and knock it out real quick. Sometimes, so.
Left Lane Finds, I think, and I'm not 100%. I think Dave is the only one that has done shorts that I have seen.
Yeah,
Has anybody?
Dave embraced the shorts.
Yeah, I did a couple of them. Yeah, some of them take off. Like I got one now that's doing pretty good. It's like once they get in that chef, you next day you might have an extra 1,000 views. It's one I did on Dr. Seuss.
That was hilarious. That was so funny.
Yeah, for some reason it just took off, and I got one that got like I think 13,000 views that was a short. So they do all right, and I got some subscribers too. But now is the subscribers gonna watch my long form content is the question. I don't know. So we'll see.
That's what they're saying, like converting someone that's what they really like is that 1 minute format into watching your 15 or 20 minute video. Is that going to be?
Yeah, they're bringing in the TikTok audience.
Yeah.
MPN number is like the product number, and that a lot of times is on the box.
Yeah,
What?
sometimes it's in the UPC code.
Where do you get them? Oh, okay.
I
Depending on the
normally
product,
put in
it'll be
there.
like first part of the or the last part of the UPC.
Yeah. Or like I'll put like some of them it's like the model number. Like the Sony and stuff like that. I put the model number for there. Because it's the manufacturer's part number is what that stands for.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I've done some research. What he say? I've done some, but only to be cool like Dave. He's crazy. I'm trying to be like you on your level, Commonwealth. So, John, what was I going to ask you, John? I was going to say something else. I'm going to turn this out now when I seen that. It'll come to me in a few.
I'm not going anywhere.
He's hanging out.
My bedtime's not till 9:30.
Oh, I know I was going to ask you. What's your hopes on the reseller rally this year?
It's a
All
go
good right now. Okay.
I called the Riverboat company, and he said that the state is letting them run like 50 to 60% capacity.
Okay.
And the boat that we reserved, we would be at 100% capacity with like 220 people, but they have a boat that holds 700 people. It's a triple decker. And I was like, could we just do that boat? And he's like, yep, looks like it's available. So we're doing the bigger boat, going to have some space and all that. And at the rate that everybody's getting vaccinated, I'd say a lot of people are going to be vaccinated by then. I mean, it's still 3 months away. So
yeah.
Kayla,
to go.
Find us a place to stay, my friend. Yes. So
I can drive.
I am driving up, and I'm going to drive through Kentucky and pick Kayla up and from Florida.
Oh, wow.
That's a drive, yeah.
And then you're going to go back to Kentucky for the rally. It's just across the river. So Cincinnati is on the river, and then the Riverboat's just
Kayla lives in Danville. Kentucky.
Oh, okay. So you're not going to have to cross over. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go where the lady on my phone tells me.
That's still a drive for you no matter what, Florida. My God.
I like driving though. I've like ever since I could drive, like when I was 16, because I grew up in Jacksonville, we drive to Panama City Beach for like a day, which was 6 hours. And like even with the kids, we drive down to the Keys, which the Florida Keys is 8 hours, and we're in Florida. And we would drive down there for the weekend. So I'm good with driving. Melanie, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Good luck tackling your next.
It's always fun.
Awesome Death Fell. Yeah, I got an awesome one too. He said, see if you can stay in Lonnie's camper. Yeah, is Lonnie gonna park the camper up there?
Heck yeah, man, right on the river. He's gonna park
Tell Lonnie
that thing
will
right on the
Airbnb
river.
his camper.
That would be nice right there, would it? We just have people going in and out. Just pack the fridge. It would be good.
Yeah, John, are there still rooms available? I saw you comment.
I don't know if there are or not. It doesn't show me in that link if they've all been booked up or not.
Okay.
I think we only had, they let us reserve like 60 rooms, 50 or 60, something like that.
Okay.
My sister stays there, and I'm not too far up there, so it's either gonna be my sister's or.
Dave, you're what?
Dave,
4 hours?
stay at the hotel. There's a bar there. It's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna stay there, even if I stay there all night at the bar.
It's a big place. It's a really big place. I'm looking forward to it.
No, I'm only a little less than 2 hours from there, Kat. About 2 hours. So.
Okay, so you're not that far, but yeah, if you're drinking, you gotta stay. You gotta get around.
Yeah. My sister lives in Cincinnati though, and my uncle, so I got some family there. So.
How far does the BB boat take?
Is she asking like how long is the cruise gonna be?
I think so.
The actual cruise I think is gonna be about 3 hours, but we have the boat for like 5 or 6 hours. I want to say we get on around like 6:30, and I think like they kick us off the boat at like 11-ish, 11:30 maybe. But then there's bars and plenty of fun things to do right around there. So the party will continue after the.
So
cruise.
Amber is saying she booked a room last night, and there's still a few options available. So Caleb, maybe
Thanks.
we can just get a suite and stay there and not have to go anywhere.
That's nice.
Possibly. Oh gosh. Tim said he hopes we're ready for him in real life.
Real life Tim. Have you guys seen the movie Soul?
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's a Disney movie, and there's a character in there, and I thought of Tim as soon as I saw him because he's got the beard and the hair and everything, and just his personality is just like so outgoing. I'm like, oh my god, this is the cartoon version of Tim. It's really cool. Tim, I'm wondering, man, have you seen the movie Soul? I can't remember the character's name.
Okay. I see that we also have a 9-year-old named Bren who is wanting the dolphin in addition to Renee. So Bren, I'm going to give this dolphin to you and Miss Renee. Thank you guys for watching.
Super chat.
Dalton
Two for
likes
dolphin.
the dolphin. Dalton likes the dolphin as well. He's like,
That's
fish,
awesome.
fish. So he loved that. I saw a couple people. Is everything sold out? Only wait list right now, John?
Yeah, it's only a wait list. Here, I'll put my email in the chat. Just anybody that wants to go still, just shoot me an email, and I will put you on the waiting list. Because like we do have cancellations. We had a cancellation today. Somebody had a schedule conflict.
I know a couple of pickers got on the list a few months ago. Lisa and Rob.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was only like a single one. They need to.
You're gonna ask for an ibuprofen Tylenol provider for the cruise.
They're offering to be a medic.
I just bought a bunch of that today. I'm gonna be gone on. I'm gonna be a resort for 7 days, so I got electrolytes, aspirin, ibuprofen. I got all of it.
When are you leaving?
Leaving Monday morning.
Oh man, that's nice.
I'm catching a plane in Cincinnati, so I'll be in your neck of the woods.
There you go. Where are you going?
Dominican Republic. So,
Yeah, that would be fun.
that'd be real nice.
What are you guys doing? Like, do you have stuff planned? You said it's a resort, right? Are you?
Yeah,
just
we're gonna be on a
chilling?
resort, but we got a bunch of excursions, planned. We love doing excursions, so we got a lot of things. But you know what? I let my wife do all that, and I just say I'm gonna be there. Just make sure I got my swim trunks. I said don't pack no shirts, just swim trunks and flip flops. That's all I need.
I know you're gonna take videos, so I can't wait to see it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a couple videos.
The
on
last
that,
vacation
so.
video you did was amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I like the
underwater
GoPro
stuff.
footage.
Oh yeah. That's when we was in what was it, Jamaica? I believe. I forget what we was
I
at.
think
there.
it was.
My
Yeah.
favorite part is like he does a clip walking on the beach talking about eBay and this issue with them shutting him down, and then the next clip he's floating in the water. Yeah, eBay shut me down. Like, he picks up his thought. It was so great.
Yeah, I tried to do it the whole time. That's what I'm trying to do this time too. I'm gonna bring the drone and everything. So I'm trying to do it up.
So I'll let John explain this more since this is John's thing. What is the rally all about?
Yep, the rally is just a big, fun networking party event, basically. There's not going to be any speakers or anything like that, but everybody's getting together just to hang out, have dinner, have some spirits and some drinks if that's your thing, and just have a good time. Get to know people and network, and just, the first time we've been able to get together for like a year and a half, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
the
it was
last-
originally September, right?
September, yeah, and we had to postpone it, obviously.
And what you have like 2 or 3 prior to this, right? Like
One.
One
They
prior
did
to
one
this.
in 2017.
Okay.
It is June 6th, I believe. Is that correct, John? 5th. Okay, June 5th.
It's a Saturday.
I would have been a day late and a dollar short.
Yep.
You showed up to 6, being like, "Where's everybody at?"
Yeah.
Kayla
Right, yeah,
would have gotten me, I'm sure. That or she would really have been ticked off at me. One or the other. Like, Kat, where's everybody at? I'm sure a lot of people are still going to be there on the 6th. But I just have to make sure I'm back because Brad's birthday is the 9th of June. He's like, you're going to be gone for my birthday.
Better not miss that.
I'll be home. I will be, but he thinks I'm going to just leave and not. There are 3 million stores on the way. He said there are 3 million thrift stores along the way, and I think
Yeah.
I need to stop at every. I only have so much room in the car, you know. Buy a trailer along the
Buy a
way.
little
Come
trailer
back
for your
to
car.
U-Haul.
Mhm.
I think that's what I'd need to do if I went to like the 100-mile yard sale. I would have to have like a trailer. I'd have to have like a caravan.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I love doing
Jocelyn
the
is
127.
asking, where is it? I will let John explain that again because
Yeah, so it's the BB Riverboats. You know, we call it Cincinnati, but it's in Newport, Kentucky. Like when you're on the Ohio River, if you're on the Cincinnati side, you can like see Newport, and same, you know, the other way. So it's in Newport, Kentucky, but like right below Cincinnati is where it's at.
Jocelyn, if you want to come, I bet John could find you a ticket.
Where's she at? In Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot me
I
an
might
email,
be wrong.
Jocelyn.
Let me not speak for John. Let me not. I would love if you come, Jocelyn. I
will try my best.
Yes, we are going to fill the car, Kayla. We're gonna have to like tape a line in the middle of the car, but see, there's so much time before I get to Kentucky, Kayla. So I might already
all your
have the car filled. Then we'll have to put it in Kayla's minivan and bring it back.
What you like? What are you?
I'm
about
14
11,
hours
13 hours away.
Cincinnati. So is the Kentucky side? Will that be closer for me? A little bit.
Maybe like 2 seconds.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Yeah.
I mean, it's literally there.
Like
you cross the bridge, you're in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So no. Okay.
Yeah, technically it'd be closer, I guess, if you will, you know.
I don't. The 100-mile yard sale went. I don't remember when that is. I remember everybody going, and
well, there's a lot of different ones. The biggest one starts in Michigan and goes to Alabama. It's like 700 miles. That's the Route 127. But there's a bunch of other routes like along different states that do it too.
Tracy's talking about the outside party, a rival rally at the pizza joint.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling a lot of people to do. This parking lot pimp, you know, why y'all can sit out there and just chill.
Wait for everybody to come back.
Yeah, wait for everybody to come back.
I heard talk of jet skis. I heard a lot of talking about those people that didn't have tickets.
Jet skis on the Ohio River, that would be a sight.
Yes. You do not want to follow in that.
Richard is dropping the link. So those of you that don't have tickets, if you want to email John, and John put an address in there as well. Tim, I thought you were getting on the boat.
Changed his mind. So I'll be in the parking lot.
Hang out in the parking lot. There'll be carpooling, tailgating in the parking lot. Carpooling. I mean, there's carpooling too.
So, John, you already got out there and did your yard selling already for the year, ain't you? You done broke it out wide open already, haven't you? Yard selling?
No, honestly, I went to one Saturday. That was like the only one worth going to. I got lucky that there was even a decent one, but no, it hasn't really started yet. It's usually like mid-April or so.
Yeah.
And then like come May, like all the neighborhoods are still, you know, having like community sales and stuff like that.
Renee wants to know if you're requiring people to have the vaccine.
No, that's not something that, you know, we're making a point of doing. I would almost guarantee that there will still be a mask mandate for the state of Kentucky. So I'm sure masks will be required.
Yeah.
Could be something similar to like going to a restaurant nowadays. You wear your mask unless you're sitting and eating or drinking, something like that. So I don't make the rules for all that stuff, but whatever the rules are for the state of Kentucky at that time, we will definitely follow it.
Yeah.
And he wants to know if that's the river that caught fire.
No, it is not. That was actually up in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, we'll definitely be wearing the masks. I know Indiana, they about to quit wearing theirs here soon.
You're cutting up, Dave. What'd you say?
Indiana, I know I was just hearing on the news that they about to do away with the mask here soon, right across the bridge from me.
Yeah, Indiana is kind of not really.
Yes, I was going to say Indiana never really did.
They haven't really
first place.
cared much from the start of this whole thing. Surprisingly, Kentucky has been one of the strictest states.
Yeah,
at least in the Midwest.
Yeah,
Kentucky's been very, very, very strict. Which
definitely
more power to them. It's awesome. Keep people safe.
John, is it still the original 200 tickets? So 200 people?
Yep.
Jocelyn said it sounds like fun. You have to email him and get on the list. The wait
Yeah,
list.
please do, Jocelyn. Here, I'll put my email in the chat.
Yeah.
And Kayla's telling you where to go.
Hiking.
Whoops. I clicked this. John put this in the chat room.
Yeah, Red River Gorge is awesome. That's a really fun place.
Brian is drinking a Burning River beer from the Great Lakes right now.
I've had that beer. That's a good one.
Do
If you guys
ever
want to watch a funny YouTube video, search Cleveland tourism video, and he talks about how the rivers catch fire. It's pretty funny.
Okay, I'm gonna have
Wow.
to. Danny wants to know if you ever go to Kentucky for yard sales besides 127.
Yeah, sometimes. Like if there's a good looking neighborhood sale, I'll go down there. But for the most part, I stay in Ohio.
How now the yard sale treasure map is no longer. What do you use to find, or do you just go out and drive? Do you have certain routes that you drive?
No, I just look on Craigslist and handwrite it, old school.
It's just like your sale map, your sale treasure map now. Don't they have their own?
Yeah, they've got the map view. Yeah, if you go to the app, they've got
I
the map
remember
view.
I remember you
Craigslist
posting that on your
app?
Craigslist, on your Instagram. Not so long
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that. I found like here where I'm at though, nobody's using Craigslist because we're so rural, but a lot of people are using Facebook. So I was going into but they weren't even putting it in the right category. So you
That's
almost
what's
have to go to,
annoying.
like the
Yeah,
county
how do you find
website.
them? Like I've tried on
I
Facebook
just
Marketplace.
So I went into like the group for our county, the biggest
Okay.
one had the most people, and I just searched like I did yard sale, garage sale, and I think I just did sale, like just the word
Yeah.
sale, and a lot popped up because they weren't listed. I couldn't just go to the yard sale
Yeah, you can't.
category and find them.
You get them in different states and everything. If you try to get them on
Yeah.
Facebook,
We're trying to ship their yard sales. You're like, where am I?
yeah.
That
I met
shit cracks
someone
me
today.
up. Oh, it's so funny. I was looking for like a desk or something the other day, and somebody had it for listed, and it was like ships for $3. It was like,
Yeah.
I would love to see that. Please try it.
Yeah,
I'll buy it right now.
Yeah.
yeah. I was looking for a fish tank today, and I saw that it was a big bow front fish tank. It said ships for $3.75. I messaged them. I couldn't help it. I said, you might want to take that shipping option off because I'm thinking you don't want to ship this, and if you do, it's not going to cost $3.75.
Yeah.
They were really nice and thanked me because I was just like,
Yeah.
what are they going to do when somebody buys it that really
Yeah.
thinks they're going to get it shipped for $3.75? Hello, Tommy. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Buffalo Picker. Look, Alaska is in the house. Miss Anissa.
Yeah.
John, I don't know if you've seen her. So she lives in Alaska, and her channel is awesome. She's like out in the snow with her dogs and doing her reselling. It's pretty
Oh, that's
cool.
killer. It's called Far North Life.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
have to find this.
Her channel's pretty cool and a good mix of like her Alaska life and reselling. It's a great channel.
Yeah, ain't it dark like 6 months out of the year or something?
So Joe's saying he gathers all the stuff from all the different sites and puts it on Google Maps. So he's like making his own list. I guess if you
that's
copied
cool.
and pasted them into like a points, like
Yeah.
Google Map point list, that would work.
Yep.
Yeah, because I remember I went to Gatlinburg, and when I went to go see Tennessee Picker, and I was looking for your sales, and I was like, he was saying, look, this drive, they just here, they don't know what they're doing on Facebook, and they just do them, and
Yeah.
sure enough, you just drive, you just see them,
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
That's where was it? Oh, we were going to the emergency room 2 weeks ago for Brad's tooth, and I'm like passing the signs like the whole, because it's an hour to town.
Yeah.
Like everywhere, and I was thinking like I just need to like drive this route to head to town, because there were probably like I'd say at least 6 of them on our way to the
Those are
hospital.
the ones you want to see too. They're not listed, you get to pick,
The worst thing is about around here is that they don't remove their signs for like weeks. So you'll be like, no, I saw that same sign last week. You go
Yeah.
down and you're like, man, 5 minutes out of my life.
I can't tell you how many signs I've chased. Yeah, I stopped doing that.
Crazy.
For miles and miles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, on 127 when you do the 127 sale, it's the same way because like there'll just be a sign that says yard sale, and we went to one. I remember like 2 years ago, Lonnie and me and Kevin were in the car. Lonnie turned right on this sign that he saw, and we drove for like 2 miles, and then the sign said 3 more miles. I was like, you idiot, turn the car around. We're not doing this.
That's too much.
See, that's like my house. I was surprised because we're probably like 7 miles off of like the main road.
Mhm.
And so I put on the sign like 7, how many miles for that same reason. We made like $1,200 in a weekend, and I didn't think
Wow.
anybody was gonna come. And we got like, and I think I might have put it on Facebook, but I didn't put it up on Craigslist. And we got tons of, and I'm thinking if I didn't live here, I probably would have turned around. Like we're
Yeah.
way out.
Yeah, me definitely would turn around.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes, but do you know 10 minutes down a long street, like country
Oh, yeah.
road, that's a long
It's
way.
like a dirt
Sure.
road.
No, it is paved.
That's it. I'm turning around dirt roads in my area. I'm like, what's down here?
Oh, Lisa and Rob are in here. So we went and I met Lisa and Rob, and we went to a church sale first. And then I was like, hey, I saw a sign for an estate sale. Do you guys want to go? This was the first time we met in person, a couple of pickers and me. And they probably thought I was trying to kill them because I was just following the signs. And it was one of those, like, do we turn around? We kept going. We ended up on this winding dirt road with potholes. You could barely drive through them. But that was probably the best estate sale I've been to in years. I made over $1,000 spending like 100. And they said they heard banjos. They got a bunch of good stuff too. It was like this old mobile home, but it was actually a retired Navy pilot's house. Like it's where they had retired to. And they got gold like rings, like class rings. We found it was insane. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, they said Lonnie just put out a video on Shed Flips about putting the 25 addresses in to pinpoint and take you to them.
Dave, when you went to see Kevin Tennessee Picker, did you go into both of his warehouses?
Yeah, I went in those.
He's got a full setup, doesn't he?
Yeah, man. My God. He's like, yep, this is over here and then this over here. I mean, he knew what everything was too.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, he has a lot of stuff too.
His overflow. I don't know if you saw. We went and shopped his overflow.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Like fill the van. That was fun.
And he had a lot more stuff when you went than when I went.
It looked like it did. I didn't even put a dent in it. Like I filled the van and you couldn't even tell that we bought anything.
Yeah. But yeah, he knows. I mean, he knows his stuff though, man. He was telling me about certain things he does, and he's doing stuff. He's doing stuff that's gonna help him out like 4 years from now and stuff. I mean, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Ford Pinto Flips is trying to get me in trouble. So it's a great idea for the rally to set up a live cam and stream live. That is not going to end well for anyone.
Right, especially yeah, definitely. You're right about that.
You having little clips of everybody? Oh gosh. Taylor said they're going to go RVing to Alaska one day. A thrifting cruise. I bought some really cool stuff from a high bid auction in Alaska, and it was stuff I do not see here. But the shipping, I was like, what? Luckily, I had a Canon AE1 that sold for $200.
Oh wow!
That was only $20 on the auction. So that covered all of this, but it was like $70 for like a 12-month box. It was crazy. It was a lot.
Oh wow, yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
Well, Taylor, you better get over it quick.
Yeah.
Unless you don't mean little cruises, you just mean like the big cruises.
High has been pretty good for me too. That's how I found all that camel stuff. I've worn some stuff off high bid and picked it up and then start talking to the guy.
Yeah.
And
he was like, oh wait, I don't want to do all this work again. How about you just buy it? From everything you told me from that conversation, that's basically what was in his head. He's like, this was a lot of work. I don't want to do that.
Right.
Just don't want to sell it to somebody.
And when I was talking to you, you remember it? Like I was telling him, okay, send me some pictures. He was like, what is it? What is it? And at the time, he was like, I don't know if he was too busy. He's like, look, it's almost the same stuff. And it's like, look, I can't go off what you saying, and I need to see you exactly what I'm buying,
Right.
And it was like, nah. And then a couple days later, he was like, well, here's a video. He did a video. And I'm like, well, I'll take a shot.
That's a lot of good stuff, though. That you got a lot.
Yeah, that's a ton of good stuff.
Yeah, and like you were saying about the lot and stuff, John, that's what I'm doing now. I'm putting some stuff together, and I'm gonna lot a lot of it up together and do lots, a bunch of different lots.
Yeah,
like little packages.
it's not worth your time to list every.
Yeah, it's a lot of, like you said, $10 stuff and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to go through all that.
Trying to make sure I don't miss. No live. People are voting on the live cam now.
I think it's
not gonna happen, guys. Sorry.
Have you seen? And I can just imagine the like, because they have tons and tons of views. Like the live cams under here in Florida, they have them like under the piers, like live under.
Oh, no kidding!
It is amazing, and I'm like,
that's cool.
I wonder how much money. Like they stream 24 hours a day from under the pier, on the beach, and on the pier. So they have 3 live cams running.
That's cool.
That are getting like millions of. I can't imagine like how much a camera like that would cost to be up 24 hours a day in the ocean, just to make stuff. But
right,
it's a lot of 24-hour channels nowadays.
There's a lot. I've seen them like on the beaches in like Hawaii. People just set up out their window, like with just the waves in the ocean and whatever, just going 24 hours. Richard's saying you need to ban GoPros.
Yep, no cameras. If you want to get on the boat, you give us your phone, you give us your GoPro.
That'd be great.
All that stuff. What happens on the boat stays on the boat.
Yeah, because I know Tommy was talking about this guy that walks around New York. He gets like, hundreds and thousands of views. He just walks around New York. His commute to work, basically, he goes live and he walks to work, of course, and he got like 1,000 people watching him at once. So.
Walking around the city.
Right. That's crazy. So
I just need like a place in the ocean. I'll put my own I'll make a reef. We'll put something down there and just video. Yeah, Venice. The one that I watched, Judy, is in Deerfield Beach. It's Deerfield Beach underwater live cam. Hello, Dom. Thank you for coming in. Much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Dale is late. As usual, my YouTube BFF shows up like right before I stop all my videos.
What's up, man?
So have you guys, I know we talked about a little bit. I went down, like, are you guys seeing an increase in sales from the stimuluses? I know, John, you sold that $1,000, but other than that, are you seeing an increase or is it about the same?
I think it's about the same. My sales have been really good this month in general, but I don't know if that's directly from the stimulus.
Last 4 days have been pretty good. Like $100 or $200, $300 more than usual.
I think mine's about the same, to tell you the truth. I haven't seen any like, hey, I can't believe this. It's about the same. But mine's has kind of been up here lately because I've been posting a lot of stuff too. So I don't know what it is.
Yeah, 4 days prior to that, they were the 2 worst sales I've had in like a year. So
yeah.
And then I told you yesterday, I think, Kat, that I went to the mall. I didn't go in because I used to not go to the mall at all, but I rode past it and it was like a 17th, 18th, I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday, and there was so many people there. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that everybody didn't get
the one day a year they go to the mall.
Yeah, it was on a weekday. I was like, ain't never this many people at the mall. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going there today.
Danny, I live like 10 minutes from Manatee Springs State Park. So we go there and then we just went to Homosassa, which has like a zoo. It's pretty cool. And I actually bought the state park pass so we can get into any of the parks now for free. So we're close by. I think like 2 or 3 springs are within like 30 minutes of us. But Rainbow Springs is over by where a couple of pickers live. We haven't been there in a couple of years, but we have been there. Kayla says she's actually listening. Kayla's actually working.
Yeah, she was saying she had a death pal yesterday. Go ahead and get it up. Get it up.
Matthew wants to know, what do you think of the ship station? I don't know
what information do. What you think? I will cut down on your shipping. I
don't
know nothing about that.
That's a website, right? ShipStation. I'm gonna Google it. I think it's a website.
Yeah, I never heard of ShipStation.
Yeah, ShipStation.com, #1 choice for online sellers. I'm not sure about that, but you know.
I think they just made that up.
I want to ask you guys.
I have something to say about that.
Do you bulk print your eBay labels?
Meaning you pack everything and then
print them all? Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
So only on Mondays we do that so we can get like the scan form for the post office. Only on Mondays, like over half of our listings aren't on there and we're having to print them individually. And it's only on Mondays. It's like the busy day because we'll have like 30 to 50 on Mondays.
Wow.
So yesterday, 16 were on it and 18 were not. So it's not functioning if it's
16
busy.
didn't print. And you had to go
Like
back
they
in?
didn't import in to do like because we just put the zip
That's
code on
annoying.
boxes. It's
Okay.
very and our poor post office because they're so used to us having the scan
Oh,
form
you
now.
talking
We're
about
like,
on your
this
list? of
bag
things. Okay,
bigger than the
gotcha.
other one is not
Yeah.
on the scan form. Marjorie, thank you so much. Here, I'll give
I
you.
don't have that problem. I don't have that 30 to 50 package
No.
problem.
Listen,
So.
Dave. Let me get this to the bottom. Hold on.
Super chat.
You know,
Yeah.
us regular folks over here, we
We just do one by one, really.
yeah.
That's not that many because I don't ship on Saturdays. Do you ship Saturdays, Dave?
No, and I still don't get 30 to 50 on Monday.
I was trying to help you out today.
I think it's Monday. I had.
So, Kat, do you pack everything after you list it?
No, absolutely. I do not have enough room. I have
Okay.
2,500 listings.
So the bulk print labels, you need to know the weight, right? Are you
So we
putting-
pack it all, we pull it up on the computer screen,
okay?
and then
That's
we'll
better.
write the zip code on it. We've
Yeah.
had to start writing the initials because we had twice that we had the same zip code go out
No
the same
kidding.
day. And we mixed it both times. Of course, we couldn't get
Oh,
lucky
no.
enough to have put
50,
the right
50,
one on
10.
it.
Yeah.
So now we put the initials in the zip code. So we pack it all up, put the weight in the computer, and then we print them all, you know, all 20 labels or whatever at once. And then we put them on the boxes. But now with eBay messing up like that, we can only, like, my husband normally starts at the bottom of the list. I start at the top. So what's happening is he's going through and we're having to stop every one instead of having
wow.
like a good workflow of, you know, pack it all up and then print. Because there's nowhere to input the weight of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's not on the bulk list.
Does it let you pick, like when you input the weight, does it give you the pricing and options there too of like UPS,
Yeah.
FedEx? That's cool.
Not on the bulk. You have to pull it up by itself. You can see all USPS options like the flat rate, like regional A, regional B. But like my bigger stuff that I want to compare, like FedEx, USPS, and UPS, you have to pull it up by itself.
Well, like if you bulk price mine, all the listings will be there with, you know, you can enter all the weights and everything. And once you put the weight and everything in, the price will be right there on the side on how much it's going to cost.
Yeah, we end up putting some stuff into like if we have it in a 4x4 box and it's like 50 something, we'll throw the 4x4 box into a padded flat rate because we save 60 cents. So,
Yeah.
So Tennessee Picker saying he screenshots the labels and then prints them all at once.
And then he uses tape. He cuts them and then he uses tape to put them on.
Listen,
I saw him do it. I was like, Kevin, what are you doing, man?
Kevin's still doing the tape.
Process.
I do 5x7. So a lot of people give me heck for that, but at least it's sticky labels and not tape.
I sent Julian a Dymo because he kept talking about taping labels on. I bought the Dymo and sent it to him.
A life
That
changer.
thing will work too.
I'm like, stop doing that.
Yeah, it's a life changer.
It is if you're right.
Yeah.
But like it's when you're like we're in the habit of that's how we do it. We pull it up on the screen and put all the weights and then print. And now on Mondays we can't do that anymore, which is a pain.
I'm gonna tell you what I get mad about doing that. Sometimes, and I'll do better now. I might have that item that does better on PowerShip, and I bulk everything up and I done did everything. Then I get to the item like, man, that's high. I don't want to ship for that. Let me check PowerShip, and it may be cheap on PowerShip, and it won't let you just take that individual one
You
out.
can. There's a little, because I do that all the time.
Oh,
There's
really?
a check box to the left. You check it, and then at the very top it says remove. And that's the only time I check pirate ship too. If I see something that's like smallish and it's like $20, I'm like, no, like, and then I'll go check pirate ship. But if it doesn't seem high, I probably could be saving more, but time is money. Like John's about going through stuff. So for me, if I can print all my labels in one place, I would rather do that because the time to compare all of that stuff. For the big stuff, yes, I always compare, and I'm 9 times out of 10 it's going to go FedEx or UPS, like for my lawn chairs and stuff.
Kevin said, "I'm pretty fast."
Kevin, I promise you that you are not as fast as taking off a sticky label and putting it on the box. There's no way.
Yep. Rescue and Resell get a different dolphin. I have not played with them tonight. Here you go.
Okay.
Welcome to the flipping family.
And we have a question. Jessamy wants to know, do you have to select the shipping method that the buyer selects?
Meaning, like when you do bulk printing?
I think she is asking, like, if you put that it was USPS, do you have to ship it USPS?
I would think there's times where I do something different, but it's at least got to be equivalent or better. Like if they select priority, I'm not going to send it parcel, and I'm not going to send it first class, but I might send it FedEx or UPS. Yeah,
and that's
my you think can, Cat.
There by their wrong state.
You sound like a robot right now, Cat.
Like a robot.
It's a robot filter.
Happens every 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's something going on here.
Yeah,
I usually, like you said, I equivalent or better. I do the same thing. So
I've been switching a lot of that first class at like 15 ounces to a priority because it's like the same price.
Yeah, it's the same price. Just upgrade them for sure.
Yeah,
gets there faster, good reviews, good in my book.
Yeah. And sometimes, like, if it's a $50, $60, $70 item and I listed it as first class, but it's like $3 more for priority, I'll pay that, no problem, because then I get the insurance too. Like, so I'll do that.
Right.
Yeah, I'll upgrade too. Like sometimes if it's like $50 and they paid $5, I want the insurance, so I'll upgrade the priority. Yeah. Matthew wants to know if we hold back from buying inventory if you feel like you have a lot of it. And he said he loves what Dave says about diversifying your markets. Do you agree?
Yeah, Dave, how you feel about holding back from buying?
I haven't bought nothing in a month.
You bought enough for a year. You bought a year's inventory in one day.
Hey, but I haven't been looking. Like I usually look at my local auction, which is the best. I go there every Tuesday usually and pick something up. But I haven't been looking on that because I know how it is.
I know how it is.
I'll buy it anyway, no matter what. But I'm trying to get rid of a lot. And right now, I'm good, and I don't have to worry about anything.
Do you ever sell anything with that guy?
But him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes. Usually, I only get 1 or 2 things, and it's usually a big piece or something that they have. And
no. Do you take things to him to sell for him to consign? Why not?
I should, because he says, you can come here and sell your stuff too.
Yeah, Dave could have his own high bid.
Make the most of the trip, man.
Yeah, I probably should.
I got a buddy of mine that has a site that I do that with, and I've done it now like 3 or 4 times of his last auctions. And I'll bring him a carload of stuff, and he writes me a check, and I find a few things to make some money on.
That's good stuff. You're right.
I haven't done that. That's a good idea, though, especially like if you're driving 2 hours to drop off.
Yeah, if you can find, a reputable auctioneer that's not going to take 6 months to pay you for your stuff, then it's a good way to do it.
The only stuff I brought back, some of the medical stuff that, like, I bought like a pallet of shoulder braces, and I did not sell one for 6 months. So I loaded that pallet back up and brought it back to the medical auction, and they re-auctioned it off for me. And they split it into 2 pallets. So I actually ended up making a little bit of money.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
As far as holding back from buying, I personally say don't ever stop buying. Always buy, but be realistic with your inventory. So like if there's stuff that you don't think you'll have time, then lot it up and auction it, or find multiple avenues. So like I sell on Facebook Marketplace. I have 2 antique booths. I've been taking a lot of stuff to the local auction guy. I have a couple reseller friends that are local that buy from me. Like you need multiple avenues to move your stuff when you have a lot of stuff. So just keep buying, because like you never know if you're going to have an awesome buy fall into your lap.
Right. Or if one of them just decide, hey, your booth is gone, or eBay's gone, or something.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Diversifying is very good for sure.
Yeah.
And like you said, you might have and you have bad times. eBay might be down, but something else might be good. It's just like investing. Period. Stocks and bonds. I mean, You have good. Some of them do good, some of them do bad, but it kind of averages out at the end.
Yeah,
for sure.
like Mercari's been great for me this week. Like I think one day Mercari even beat eBay, which is surprising. But
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace been beat eBay these last 3 weeks because I've been killing it on eBay with all this. I mean, on Facebook with all this cigarette ad stuff.
Gussie wants to know, John, it says YouTubers say 10% of their sales come from viewers. Would you say you have more sales than that?
It's maybe closer to 15%. It comes and goes. Like today I shipped out, I think 10 or 11 things and none of it was to viewers. I think for tomorrow I've already got like 2 sales for viewers. So yeah, it's hit or miss, but yeah, it's pretty significant. It's like 15%. Like my viewers are awesome. Like they support me so much and I'm just so grateful for that.
Definitely.
How do you overcome shipping costs versus sales price on a heavy item? I would say I don't buy any heavy items if they aren't worth quite a bit of money where the shipping cost wouldn't deter the buyer.
Right.
Where you said.
And then make sure you're listing like either FedEx or UPS as the first option. Because if you list priority mail, it's going to be crazy and they're never going to even mess with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And like FedEx, when I shipped out 2 lawn chairs last week and it was like $50 on USPS and then FedEx home was only $23. So, I mean, it was like half the cost of it. Richard, you need that if there is. We should create it.
I bid buyer anonymous.
I've been good.
Well, look, you just
that's great.
I told Dave and Kayla this last night on the live. Like I've been going and looking and I'll bid. I will bid, but I only bid like the minimum and I know I'll get outbid.
That's what I was about to say.
Window shopping for my high.
That's what I was about to say. You bidding just because and like, I don't really want it, but let's bid. I might want it, you know, if it goes for this price.
Well, I look because if there's something amazing, I'm gonna get it. And the stuff that I'm bidding on is okay, but it's nothing where I'm like, I'm gonna win it. But once I know I'm winning one thing, if I'm driving 2 hours, I'm filling the truck up.
Yeah, you
Fill the truck.
Like it's gonna be worth it.
If you gotta make a decent drive, you want to get more than one thing, you know. So
yeah. Look, listen. Stay away from my stuff.
Yeah, Kayla, Kayla lives in Kentucky. You know, she called me. She's bidding on something and she's going back and forth with somebody. And she called me. She hit me on Instagram and was like, "Are you bidding on something on Habit?" I was like, "Nah, why?" She's like, "Cause somebody's going back and forth with me." And I thought it was somebody.
Dave, are you bidding against me?
I was like, "Nah, it's not me."
This is not convenient, son. He's riding his Power Wheels right next to me.
Power Wheels are the best.
He's like, I am here. So he got too heavy, and this one even fully charged, like just it's like the little kid one. He has a big one, but that one's not coming in the house. So now he can't, and he like Flintstones it now. He'll push the button. Go if you're going.
Okay.
Question for John. Do you buy specifically for your mall booth or just use it to move stale eBay merchandise?
I buy specifically for the booth. So I buy stuff that I know I don't want to put on eBay. Like records are a prime example. I'm not going to grade a record and then list it for $10 or $8. Like I'm just not going to do that. Because like what I would say is, you know, very good or good, like you might not think it is. So records are perfect for the booth. Furniture, you know, art, stuff like that. Like it's just really good antique booth, you know, product.
Do you have 2 booths?
Yeah, I started with one, and if I had gotten a bigger one to start, I might have just stuck with one, but it wasn't that big, so I went ahead and got another one. They're not. I don't like maximize the space as much as I probably need to. Maybe I will. Another garage sale season's coming. But yeah, they've done really well. Every month I make between like $400 and $1,000 profit.
Dang,
from each or combined?
Total, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both of I only have 2 antique malls close to me, and both of them have over 50 people on the waiting list. So like getting in is probably not going to happen, unfortunately.
You should build one.
Yeah, make your
In
own.
my barn.
Make your own. Boom, you already got like 100 people.
The
Yeah,
barn
exactly.
mall.
You got 4 sheds. You can sell shed booths.
Rent your shed here. Matthew wants to know what have been some of your worst buys and good buys that you can recommend and avoid.
What do you think, Dave? I feel like he's got one.
I don't think. I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Come back to me. I have to think about that one.
I know my worst one. I can tell you right off. When I first started getting into reselling again 2 years ago. No, Holly, we don't need to have a reseller rally at Kat's house. I saw this camping. I'm getting off subject. There's a camping thing where you can rent your land for people to camp on. I have like a back 5 acres that's pine trees, but if it's under 20 acres, you have to give them a toilet, and I'm not putting a toilet in, so that I do. But when I first got back into it, I bought a ton of Avon, and that was a horrible buy. And I am finally almost all through it. It has sold, and it has sold for a profit, but I only paid 50 cents each, and it's selling for like $6 to $10, and I would not. There's still a few Avon things that are worth money. It's not zero. There are some, and like the ruby red glass is still good, but I would not have got that. And my best buy was probably, I would say, and it was my favorite too, the $1 Million Beach House I went to, that I got like hundreds of vintage shirts and hats. That was like, I would say that's probably my best buy, because I got hundreds. And t-shirts are easy, you know, flat lay them front, back, and
I saw like 3 days ago.
the peanut gallery got there.
He's just been waiting.
Yeah, waiting for
it. And you had one simple job to keep the numbers straight. You didn't even do that.
Richard. Oh my, I can't. I'm not even listening. Y'all can hear him, and I can't.
I think my best buy, I think, is the video game how, you know, because that stuff.
Oh man, that was crazy.
You know? Yeah, that was my best buy, I can guess. I haven't bought a lot of bad stuff. I mean, you buy single stuff that just ain't sold yet, you know, but I consider that the best buy. But it's as far as good buy, the video game, was definitely that one. And the patches, I did pretty good on the patch. I paid $450 for these patches. I had 1,205 patches. 4 of those patches bought the whole thing. I sold 4 of those patches for over $100, you know, a piece. So I'll say that one's probably the one.
I don't have a specific bad one that comes to mind. I mean, I've made tons of bad buys over the years, lots and lots of bad buys. I'd say in general, though, like when you're thinking about doing a big buy, if you're already regretting listing it and you don't, you know what I mean? Like I've had those buys where you're like, I know I can make money, but do I want to do it? And then you do it anyways, and then you don't list it, or
you're just sitting there.
It sits forever. Yeah. So like, make sure you're either going to make a killing, or you're going to be excited to list it. Ideally, both. But yeah, if you're not going to make that much money and you're not excited to list it, don't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Julian?
My best one was easily when I bought a ton of, when I first started golfing stuff, like buying that. It was a high bid, and I bought like a ton of old, like 6 irons, like Callaway, and demo clubs. Yeah, and I bought like hundreds of those, and they have been really good. And then I bought out a garage mechanic shop with all his tools, and that was like only for like $1,400, and I made $1,400 in like 2 pieces.
Oh wow.
Worst buy, I bought a whole bunch in the beginning. I bought a whole bunch. I still have them. I got all of them. None sold. New. I thought this was a good buy. Like legitimately, I was like, man, I got a lot of money here, guys. And it's a lot. They're football pants, like padded, like like football players wear, like a team. All large. None of them have sold. I was like, dude, they've got to sell. This in the beginning, there was brand new, and I paid a lot of money for them. So I was like, they've got to sell for more than this. None have sold.
What brand are they?
I can go get one.
Are they like
Julie's like, are you interested? I'll show you them.
Yeah,
well, I worked at a sporting goods store for 10 years. So
I don't even care. I can look one up on eBay.
Julian, I think this question is for you. And I know you talk about it on your videos quite often. She wants to know, what about kids' golf clubs? She left 2 at Thrift store yesterday.
If they're any type of name brand, like I just sold some Nike stuff, but the U.S. kids golf clubs, it says U.S. KG on it. If it has a graphite shaft, like a newer one, they can go. I just sold one for like $30. If and they
one club you sold for 30.
Mhm.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And the sand wedges go for a ton of money, and the drivers go, and they're so easy to comp because right on it, unless I've never seen one actually missing it, it's printed on what like height the child is supposed to be. So there's like no guesswork in it. There's not like, because you get a lot of those questions. Well, how long is the club? Because they need to know if that's the right size. But on those types of clubs, it already has it printed on it. All you do is you put exactly what's on the club, and it's. But everybody passes them up in the thrift stores. I get a ton of them now.
Everybody passes sporting goods up. Sporting goods is like one of the best like under the radar categories that are out there. It's awesome because there's so many like baseball bats, gloves, rackets. Like there's so much good stuff.
Renee is asking, and I think John, you're the only one with a booth. So she said they charge $125 for glass display and a 3x9 booth or a 3x9 glass display, and then $195 for larger booths. Is that a good price?
That seems really high for a glass display. I mean, it depends obviously on where you are. Like my booth prices are pretty cheap. I've got like an 8x10 and a 10x12, and my total rent's like $300. So it depends on what you're wanting to sell. Like if you want to do some artwork and furniture and some bigger pieces, then definitely get a bigger booth. But yeah, the glass cases are a completely different animal. Like you're talking high, you need a higher dollar like average since they're so it's a smaller space. All right, Schutt. No, Schutt's a good brand. I mean, they're known for helmets, but
really, I don't know why they're not.
Are they pants? Are they pants or are they like
They're like short.
They're like a girdle part.
They're a compression. They're a compression short.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not really pants. Interesting.
Well, they're not selling. I thought it was interesting too.
They're super. Are they lightweight?
Yeah.
Are you doing free ship?
I could move it to that.
That might be your killer. I would think that they'd ship at like 6 ounces, 8 ounces, something like that.
I have a flat shipping for $3.
Yeah, just do free shipping and bake it into the price and watch. Now they'll all sell.
That would be perfect.
Isn't that weird? Free shipping plus shipping, like just
Chef 2K wants to know, Julian, what are your best sourcing tips and platforms to source at?
I complained about Hybid on my last one, but I usually do pretty well on Hybid. It's I have a lot of auctions in my area, and everything. I don't have to drive that far to get it, so my complaining was really not valid at all. And that's where I really have turned to, because I used to do a lot of thrift stores, but I just couldn't get the volume. I couldn't go to all the thrift stores and buy as much as I needed to generate enough to pay the bills, basically. I mean, you can do it, but you spend a lot of time in travel. So yeah. I'm solely like online auctions now that I can pick up, and Facebook Marketplace. I get that big deal that I did with the fishing gear. That was all Facebook Marketplace.
And it depends on your location too, guys. Like Facebook Marketplace here is typically not great, but and Hybid, Julian knows. Listen, he told me, Kat, I actually drove more than 50 miles because I'm like, Julian, sometimes you got to drive to get the good stuff.
Right.
Like, it's not always close. So I search 250 miles, but that's because most of them are like right over 100 miles for me. So they're like 105. So if I do 100 miles, I don't see the ones that are 5 minutes further.
Right.
But that's why I fill the car up when I go. If I'm driving 2 hours there and 2 hours back, I'm gonna
make it worth your trip for sure.
Yeah.
I used to just do local, because the ones that don't ship, and that's why I found a lot of stuff, because of course a lot of people are not looking at it. But the reason why I found the one where John is because I just typed in vintage shirts or something like that, and it popped up. I was like, where'd it say? It said Ohio, and I was like, I'm gonna have fire. It said 4 hours or some change. I was like, what hour do they have? So I started looking through everything. I was like, oh my God, this guy got all kinds of stuff. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go out there and I just bid on a bunch of stuff, and that's the only reason why I went that far. So
if you're gonna have to drive through a snowstorm, would you have done it?
Yeah, and then the time that I went, it wasn't 4 hours. I drove through a snowstorm with this thing on, and it ended up taking me like all day, like 8 hours or something, like 8-9 hours, And I was like, man, I got to do it. So.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Julian, just do like me. Like we'll go down to South Florida and we like rented a room for the weekend, and then it's business though, because we went down to pick up the auction hall and then hang out for the day.
Stuck and everything too. To leave there, they had to kind of pull me out of there because I got stuck I had the U-Haul and I got stuck, and it was just a big old thing. So, but I got home. That's all that matters.
Steve
That's what I
Middleman
got.
wants to know if any of us consider pawn shops because there can be some gems in there.
I've never sourced at pawn shops. I know Phoenix Resale
Yeah.
has done a lot of that. I don't know if he has recently, but I've seen a lot of his videos where he sourced at pawn shops.
Yeah, he finds those $5-10 video games to go for like crazy money, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really looked, and I probably should because I think there are 2 in my little town. So it might be worth like going in and just checking them out. I feel like there's a lot of stuff like the sporting goods and like the old like OEM radios. I do really well as well. I haven't tested them, and I think I've got 1 back. Other than that, and I don't list them as tested or not tested. I just list them. They can infer from that what they want. But I figure most OEM radios are pulled out because somebody's putting an aftermarket in. So chances that an OEM radio isn't going to work are probably pretty slim. That,
Yeah, I sold a couple.
I have got 1 back, and it had. They actually showed me it had like a line down the screen. It was a newer model OEM, but
I've sold a couple, and I just put like, you know,
Not
no, I don't say that. It works great. Yeah, if I get a
Fully tested.
fully tested. At one
you know, I'm
point,
just taking a chance. I'm taking a chance. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got nothing back. Thank God. You know what I'm
I
saying?
have told them when they asked me that it worked when it was taken out of the vehicle.
Yeah. See, this is where. Let's see if you can see.
I don't know. Joe
Oh,
Deal.
yeah. Look at all that snow.
That's nice.
Let me make
Yeah.
good. Look at Dave in the snow. Put it
Yeah, I
back,
got
Dave.
stuck. I'm a phone. I got stuck. So,
Yeah, I remember. That's funny. So Joe, I'm like, so Florida's like this, right? I live right in the top corner, so I can go 250 miles west and I can go 250 miles south. So I'm like right at the bend in Florida, about 30 miles from the West Coast. So I can't go very much further. Like I'm like right where I can go down or over. So I get the Panhandle and South Florida when I do that. Oh, how did I miss Bill Tackett's super chat?
What?
Bill, thank you so much. I'm gonna give Bill his dolphin.
Super chat.
I appreciate it, Bill. I know work has been busy and Bill's been going through a lot of stuff. So I hope you're doing okay and you can message me. I'm so busy. I try and reach out to people, but with so much going on, and luckily most people understand that, and you pick up at a month after, you know, haven't talked to somebody a month or 2, and then you just pick up like you never. Dave calls me out if I don't talk to him for 3 days.
sometimes I'll be doing you like that. You remember, you asked me a question, and 3 days later I answered the question, and you was like, "Well, I mean, I think I forget what you asked me." It was like 3 days later.
He said I was a little late. I'm like, it's okay.
I'm gonna tell you what's
but I
taking up my
understand.
time though. I got this
Because
Oculus
what's going
thing,
on?
VR Oculus, that I got not too long ago. I had one of my guys down the street got one. Then I got a couple of friends who got them, and we've been playing poker on these things, and poker's like crazy. It's like they're sitting right next to me talking to each other. So I got these head, things on my eyeballs, and I got these things in my hand. And sometimes I sit back there and I look at the time, and it'll be 2-3 hours later. I'm playing poker. I'm like, oh my God, I spent this much time. I need to get off this thing, man. But we have fun doing that, man. We like everybody pay, PayPal somebody the money. We play poker online.
If you don't see Tesla Picker around now, you know.
Yep.
He's playing poker in his goggles.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
So,
Hi,
I mean-
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
But I didn't set it to the side. Though. I'm not getting on it no more.
Leroy's saying go to the pawn shop and ask if they do bulk bills on overstock items. You would be surprised. That's true, especially in my little town, because I bet stuff doesn't move really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I bet they'd be willing to move some stuff.
Yeah.
I should ask my thrift store lady that too. And I called her today. We only have one thrift store in my little town, and the manager knows me. And she was going to give me like a paper roller for the craft paper to put in the boxes, and her employees threw it out to be recycled. So, but she probably would do that, or do like if she got bulk stuff that she's not going to put out, she'd probably let me go look at it. I should probably go talk to her.
No, you shouldn't. You got too much stuff right now.
Never stop buying.
Never
Do
stop.
it.
I'm
Do
gonna
it.
on this one. Never
But
stop.
John said,
Buy,
Yeah.
buy.
Like a buy.
listen, when it was legal to play poker online, I used to be in Poker Stars tournaments till like 4 a.m.
That was fun.
I won a couple of like 10,000. I didn't win them, but I came in like the top 25. It was a decent payout.
Wow.
I was so mad when they pulled Poker Stars off. Because I love playing poker.
That's what I did in college. That's all I did. Never went to class. Just played that.
Dana, I am not in Perry. I am in Chiefland. I live close to Cedar Key, which a lot of people know where that is. But I love the Perry Goodwill. That is one of my favorite Goodwills, and I'm about an hour from Perry. I'm about an hour from everything. Well, I'm glad we are good luck for you selling. I don't know if I've sold anything.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys are good luck. I made 4 sales during this stream.
See, I kill it.
I'm an
That's
offer.
what
One
keep
thing-
looking at Macari is like people in Macari keep sending me pretty decent offers. So I have to go to eBay and delete them.
This phone, I got a new phone about 2 months ago, and I don't get any notifications. I need to go see what the heck eBay won't.
What phone do
change
you have, Dave?
The Note 20.
I thought about getting the S20. That's not yours is like the bigger one of that, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what I have. The S20.
Am
Is
I
that-
the only Apple person in this stream?
You are.
Yeah.
Still like John.
You guys are speaking a whole nother language. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Tennessee
It's
figure
so
said,
funny though. I
haven't sold
haven't
a thing.
seen many people that do both. Like everybody's like all one or all the
Yeah,
other.
you have to be.
Yeah,
And
you
my
Like
like
if I
dog
get a
is my
text,
19.
if I get a text message, it like pops up on my laptop. You know?
Yeah. See, yeah, everything's kind of streamlined together. That's pretty
Yeah.
neat.
Who
So,
is that? Who is that? I see a new member, but I don't see a new member.
yeah,
Oh,
Robert Hudson.
Robert Hudson. Here, I'll give him his.
The pod, Robert.
Welcome to the flipping family.
Thank you.
Dave, I just now noticed your TV streaming the thing in the background. That's cool,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
How have I not noticed that the whole time?
We're live on TV.
Yeah, we laugh back there. Time to say that's because you are smart, John. Well,
I have. Oh, interesting. So K&D is saying the S20 sucks, but like all the commercials, I keep seeing all the commercials, and it makes me like about the like 3D like video and graphics, and I use my phone. But my S10 Plus has been amazing. People ask me all the time what camera I'm using, and it's my phone.
I have
So
to say,
the quality is good.
yeah, the other day I was actually Kayla, my girlfriend, is a Apple fan, and her camera blows this one away. Like,
Really, the Apple one.
She's got an iPhone 4.
yeah, the very first one.
I'm just playing with you.
No, she. I think
definitely
it's a newer one, but no, it does. I mean, it's this. I'm not super impressed for how much I paid for this.
Okay, well, that's what he's saying too. That he doesn't like.
well, you know,
S10.
Samsung makes most stuff on the Apple phone, so. Yeah.
But I think like the learning curve.
I think they had a. But I will buy a new
Like,
one.
How hard it would be hard though, don't you think, for somebody that's like been all Android like ever to go over to an
Yeah.
iPhone?
Like my kids, they got Apple laptops. I do have some Apple. I'm Apple iPads,
Yeah.
so you know, and stuff like that. But it's a good. Apple's good. It's very streamlined, very easy to use. You know, just a lot of restrictions that I don't like sometimes. That's about it. But it's a good thing. If you got all Apple, you shouldn't have to worry about that anyway.
I switched from a PC to a MacBook like 7 years ago, and there was like a month learning curve, you know, because just basic things like minimizing and maximizing windows, and you know, like opening files and different things. Like there's things you got to learn, but once you do, it's not too bad.
Did you have an iPhone before that though, where you were already semi used to the platform?
I think I did. Yeah, I think maybe. I don't know. It's been so long ago now.
So it would take me like 6 months to a year.
Easily.
Figure
I'll
out.
tell you
I
this.
wouldn't have heard of it.
This is my second MacBook. I've never had a single virus. I've never had. It's never slowed down. Nothing. It has worked just as fast as it did the day I bought it.
Yeah, Kayla's saying the iPhone 11. Courtney, thank you so much. I know Bolo Buddies, I think there are 30 resellers dropping tomorrow morning at 10:30 or 11 a.m. and a 99-cent auction challenge. So there, if you guys are in the chat, I know Tim is in it over the years. Courtney is kind of hosting it, and they're all doing 99-cent auctions to see who can make the most money. So
That's
30
pretty
of
cool.
them are dropping tomorrow. So that should be interesting.
Hey, if any of them have a PS4,
Brad wants a PS4. That's his background talk now. So Kayla said she was Android. That's interesting.
I found her that iPhone watch at a yard sale for $5.
Well,
Or the Apple
Ayla, we
Watch.
got stuff
sale?
like that too. You know, Samsung's. You just went
Samsung
down.
does the same thing.
You just dumbing yourself down and went to Apple Kayla. So. I could have showed you how to do all that. Now I'm just playing.
Dave
Apple's
feels
good.
like
I like
about
it.
Apple the way I feel about Tesla.
Tennessee Picker said he still have the Note 3. You see that?
Kevin's old school with everything, man.
Yeah.
11:30 a.m. OBX Picker is saying, so there are like 30 of them dropping at 11:30 a.m. So if anybody else wants to drop a video, that would probably not be a good time tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. There are 30 other people dropping videos. Oh, here we go. Hashtag vote auction 99, and you will pull them all up. You are welcome, Courtney. Now you guys are making me, so
They're all dropping the.
Bill said, yeah, they're all dropping that. Bill
That's
Tackett saying he likes his S9 Edge Pro instead of the newer iPhone. You guys are confusing me because my S10 Plus, I do so much with it. I feel like I need like more memory. So I was thinking of upgrading to the newer phone with more memory. But then you guys are saying the S20 is not that impressive, which makes me not want to go towards that.
I mean, how much can they really do?
It's
how much?
I mean,
Yeah, how much can you really upgrade the phone? You know, they come out with all these phones every year. You know, and
You can upgrade the memory.
yeah,
Like
the memory. But if you
I haven't
right
had
now,
the
it's
beginning,
an SD card.
but if you got the SD card and the 256, you know, whatever you got, you know, I mean,
all right, I'll
I
tell you
don't
what we get complained about it, and it's so stupid. This camera is not that good. The one that faces you.
yeah, front facing. Yeah.
Well, that's the one I use to record my videos, so that's a big negative for me.
I still think it's a decent one for some reason. Maybe I don't know. That's the only one. I don't think it focuses properly.
Okay.
Leroy said Mo is still using a pager.
Yeah, flip phone.
Flip phones are pretty cool.
Don't they have like now they have like the nice phones that go in half though, right? I feel like an old person saying.
They're going to have, yeah, they're trying to come out with every brand like Samsung, Apple. A lot of them are trying to come out with one, but they've been making them and they're not working them. Like they came out with one and something happened to it. You know, Samsung did, and somebody had one and it broke real quick, and so they recalled it and didn't do it at all. So
Glass isn't meant to bend like
right.
They're trying to defy the laws of physics.
It's just kind of common sense. Shouldn't bend.
Right.
Yeah.
They did it to where like that little piece that bent was plastic and it looked kind of awkward and had these hinges on it and it was kind of crazy. So
Yeah. I like this one. I just need more space, or I need to figure out a storage solution. Listen, Lisa and Rob, I keep telling them they need it. Lisa, tell us what phone you're using, please. I want everybody to see.
and also tell people, man, you know, like a lot of guys I work with, they've been there for years. Like they start, you know, they 30, 40 years plus with the companies. And, you know, I tell them I got a phone, I'm doing this and doing that. You know, well, why you need that? And I'm like, look, man, this is something you have in your hand every day, all day. You know, me, you know, for us, we making business deals and making money and stuff. Like you want to have something good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're going to look at it all day, why don't that be the thing that you spend the money on? You know, I mean, I don't understand it sometimes. So
John, what camera are you using right now?
I have an iPhone 11.
Are you talking about his webcam? All right.
So
oh wait, you mean my webcam?
Yeah. What are you using now?
Oh, it's a MacBook Pro.
Okay.
It's just
I know Kayla's is good too, which she was using her MacBook Pro.
That's a good camera on that MacBook Pro.
Yeah. I had a MacBook Air for like 5 years, 6 years. And it was like a smaller screen. It didn't have a lot of memory. I'm like, I'm just going to upgrade. So I upgraded to the Pro maybe like 6 or 8 months ago, something like that. But I love it. I love this laptop. It's great.
But would it make sense to like try a MacBook Pro with an Android phone, or would that not work?
You were cutting out. What'd you say?
I said, would it make? I've also got a screaming child. Would it make sense like to get? I've heard the MacBook's really good for editing, so like to get the MacBook and still go Android, or do you think like you should go all of one if you're gonna do it?
I don't know. Like, I'm sure you could link your messages somehow, but I really like how like my messages are linked. So if I get a text, I can type it on my keyboard instead of doing it on my phone. And then if I get a call, like it comes through on my computer screen, I can FaceTime on here. Like, it's just a lot of little things like that that I like. And then airdropping photos, like just click a button, then shoots it all to the.
Does it use the internet though? I would assume.
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't. Okay. So that might be something. So yeah, Kayla's saying her phone is an Android and she has her MacBook Pro, so she's doing that.
Yeah. I think it was when Windows came out with like Windows 10 or Windows 8. It was something where they changed up
the weird one, 10.
And they started having apps and stuff. Yeah. And I was like, I'm done. I was like, I'm not doing this. And that's when I like made the switch to Mac.
And did you switch to, or you said you think you had an iPhone before that though, right?
Probably. I don't remember. Probably did.
Yeah. So Troy's saying like, cause like that feature for me would like, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Android has something, but it doesn't nearly work as good as AirDrop. I agree with that. It's just sending through Bluetooth, basically, is all it is.
Yeah, everybody's talking about AirDrop.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, the whole streamline. If you got iPhone and other people got it, I mean, it's a real nice setup, you know.
It's a solid way to do it.
Yeah.
The old Polaroid pictures.
This has turned into an infomercial for Apple.
Yeah, I know. Now we just talk about Apple.
Everybody come to the Apple side.
Who knows?
Yeah. Anyway.
Do we have any more questions, guys? If not, we might. I mean,
that aren't Mac or Android related.
Anything. We're open. Ask any question about whatever.
Probably not.
MacBook is only good if you use heavy media professional like Adobe Suite, Final Cut Pro, or Maya. All the expensive software. John, is that true? You're the only Apple.
I don't know. I use iMovie to edit my video.
Which is already on it, right? That's already
it's built in.
So
it's not great. iMovie isn't particularly good, but
look at Kayla. Kayla.
Yeah, that's what I'm quiet over here. I don't know anything. I try to throw my jabs in there every now and then.
Gene, some Cabbage Patch do. I saw it there. Some Cabbage Patch do okay. I don't know. I haven't sold any in over a year, but I bought a lot of them off Facebook Marketplace and made a few $100 off of it. Not a lot, like $30 a doll, but mine were all in the box. Somebody found them in a storage locker, and I only paid like $5 a piece. So, oh gosh, here's the other controversy.
Don't get me started on that one.
I know what we have, but I haven't used anything else. I use a Dymo. I bought Julian a Dymo.
Yeah.
Because they were cheaper. I got them off Facebook Marketplace, no other reason. But I've had it for almost 2 years with no problem. So.
And then one of them you have to buy a toilet paper holder, and one of them you do not.
John's like the oddball out, and like
I've never used the Rollo, so I don't know. It could be great. I've heard people say it's really good. But yeah, I felt so bad for Kevin.
Dymo, but Rollo is like the stack. You don't have to have a roll, right?
No, you got to have it on something. Kevin, the Commonwealth picker, he had his, and he was like, "I got this toilet paper roll holder," and he like put it on the wall, and I was like, "That's really crafty. Like that's awesome." But wow, man, like just to hold the labels.
Why you gotta do that?
Because it doesn't have it. It doesn't hold the labels. It's it's like a stapler. It's just like you have this, and then like the labels shoot through, but the labels are in the back, so like nothing holds them, and there's so much weight that they've got to be on something. I guess I don't know.
Oh, I just said something.
Hold on, I got 2 dolphins. I'm giving Chef 2K super
chat.
And then Courtney, Follow Buddies, join membership. Thank you. I will hit this, and then I see a couple more questions. We will answer them, and then we are going to bed or somewhere other than here. Here's this one.
Welcome to the flipping family.
There's one question. Should I get Worth Point?
You got a cat, right?
I do have it. I pay for it.
I have it too. I use it almost every day.
So do I.
I'd be mad that I don't
think
have
it's
it sometimes.
worth it. You could always get it a month, and if you don't find yourself using it, then you could get rid of it because it really depends on what you're buying. Like for me, I have a lot of stuff that hasn't sold in the last 90 days, and I use it to comp stuff and get price ideas pretty much every day. So for me, it's worth it.
I get so much weird, random, rare stuff that I can't find that hasn't sold in 90 days. So I got to find it on eBay. Like I just listed a sleeping bag from the airlines from like the 60s or 70s.
Oh, cool.
And the last one sold for like $300. I would have known that with that Worth Point.
Yeah, I get mad. You know how you looking Googling something and Worth Point up be the only one to pop up.
Yeah.
I'm in that boat. I do the same. I'm like, no, I don't have that. So that would be useful.
Called Meadow Posh. There should be a join button, but it does not come up on an iPad. Just FYI, I know that iPad doesn't show it. You have to be on a computer.
Oh, iPad doesn't show it?
Oh, interesting. You say you got to be on like an Android thing or something?
Yeah, you got to be on something else.
Apple actually, iPad doesn't show
Sounds about right.
when I do my member streams, iPads will not show them. My Apple users have to go to a computer or their phone.
Yeah, that sounds about right. What's going on, dude?
He's putting his fake contact in, just so you know what he's doing.
He looks tired.
Contact cases here. He's trying to put in a contact. There's no.
I got that in my finger right now. Hold on a second.
Hold on, let me. That's my
All
phone.
right, kid. Get down for a minute. Mommy's gonna get off. I'm coming. All right, guys. If you, by any chance, are not subscribed to any of these guys, definitely subscribe to them. The link.
Subscribe to Dave. Subscribe to Dave and Julian. My channel's not as good. Dave's got the best channel out there.
What are you showing us, Dave?
There you go.
$50 patch.
Sold a $50 patch.
Way to go, man. That's cool.
He's
flexing. He is flexing.
He is.
Look at this.
Listen, Dave. Okay.
This is my wife upstairs.
That's funny. That's great. Mama. Okay, put it. I'm scared. Okay. Okay, thank you. He's putting my contact in my eye.
Good.
He's at that copy everything you do, so you better watch what you're doing. So he's putting in his. He knows how to put his fake little, and his washing his hands is more like he does what he thinks he sees you doing, but he's not actually doing it. So that was great. Well, John,
Tommy and Tracy, I forgot about they mentioned.
Oh yeah, Tommy and Tracy are in 3 minutes right after us.
Awesome.
So if you guys want to go see them, John, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me on, guys. This was fun.
Yeah. Dave, I'll see you in a few weeks, probably somewhere.
Yeah, maybe. You know, I was actually tired tonight. I wasn't my normal self, man. I've been going so hard. I've been tired all day. I woke up early, and it's crazy.
You're on your 5 off though, or are you off for the whole vacation?
Yeah, I'm off right now. So no. I gotta go back and work 40. I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I get off. I get off at 2:00 in the morning Sunday, and got to drive straight to Cincinnati. Get on the plane by 6:00. So.
Hit me up. We'll have breakfast.
Oh yeah, have something ready for me, man.
Swing by. I just opened up Tommy and Tracy's chat because I was gonna jump in there. First comment, $100 super chat.
No.
What?
Yeah, go look at it. Tommy and
it
says
started chat.
Hunting with Tripler.
Oh yeah, I was the guy.
He was on with us a few.
Awesome.
Probably like a month or two ago. He was on with us. That's awesome.
So yeah, Tommy, Tracy, you got that waiting for you guys.
That's
$100.
Must be nice.
I know, right? No. Well, thank you guys for coming on, everybody. Next week will be Jocelyn, Crazy Lamp Lady, and Misty, Thrifter, Junker, Vintage Hunter again. So we will see you guys next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye, guys.